I'm going to show you a quick overview of Cavern's new Cyber Posture Intelligence for the hybrid cloud. What you're seeing here is the Cyber Posture Dashboard. This is where it all comes together for the CISO, CSO, SecOps, or anyone else on their team that wants a single view across their hybrid infrastructure. What you're seeing here is a cyber posture score that consists of both elements of security, elements of compliance. The environments include on-prem, AWS, we've done some Docker image scanning, Azure, and GCP. If we dive down into AWS, we'll see some of the frameworks that we've applied that consist of the web applications, HIPAA, NIST Cybersecurity Framework, PCI, and SOC 2. And then you can also look at some of the various services and operating systems that we've looked at. In this case, some of the AWS services include block storage, auto-scaling, cloud monitoring, and so on and so forth. The right side of the screen prioritizes your remediation actions. You can select some of these prioritized issues for AWS Lambda function auto remediation. This is a way to really close the loop between what you're looking at across the Cyber Posture Dashboard and actually impacting your live environment. Let me go back to the dashboard one last time. I can go into Filters and select any environment. I can select any group, which is a set of workloads, containers across one or more infrastructures or environments, and I can select some of the services that I'm interested in. For example, this tab shows the various services that we've looked at across our hybrid environment, and this other tab looks at the various policy frameworks or policy packs that we've looked at across our environment. This is where you can look at the various groups that you've tested. In this case, I'm going to look at AWS. I want to raise my score to 85, and what it'll do is in fact generate a prioritized, think of it as a remediation cookbook. What do I actually have to do to bring my score up to what I consider my golden posture is where I want to be based on my risk assessment, and what do I have to do to get there. I'll show you a plan to target report that we did a little bit earlier in the day. Bring out the spreadsheet, open it up, and here you see, in this case, I was at 60, I want to get to 90. What are the top prioritized things I need to do across my infrastructure? And then what are some of the detailed actions I need to take? And one important part of the platform is where I'm actually discovering and assessing my resources. This is a guided wizard, which actually works the user through, one, what resource I want to discover across cloud, on-prem, or Docker images that I described earlier. For example, in this case, I can do a group name, test SC. I can select some of my credentials. I know in this case that it's AWS Linux. And now I go to the next step where I actually select which policy packs or frameworks to actually do the testing against. Here I'm looking at 2 AWS, and I'll bring up DISA. What you see on the right side of the screen are details of the various tests that will be conducted in terms of audit remediation and where it's derived from. So once I've done this, I can go ahead and start the assessment, and this will now appear as a new group in my asset group table. This will complete shortly, and I'll be able to generate the reports that I showed previously, and I'll also be able to see it on the Cyber Posture Dashboard.